Page 19, ring out the old. 3/4 time, move it around a bit. Let's take it one hand at a time because we got some accidentals and we're moving the hands. Right hand starts here and you're here. Because the second finger's got to be on G. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then thumb crossover. Just this is common. And then lift up and move. 2. Thumb, then crossover. Now second finger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then crossover here. And thumb. 2 crossovers. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2. It's doable. May take a little practice with the crossing over and that one tricky spot where you have to move. Like at the end of the first line, you're here and you're going to come up to here. Just lift up and move. Alright. Left hand, you're starting here. It comes in on beat 3 and it's tied. So you just hold on to it. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Reach down, little finger. 2, 3, 2. I do a 4, 2. You can do a 3, 1 if you want there in the second line. 2. But if you have really fat fingers, it doesn't work. You just do a 4 here. Now, according to what they want you to go from the end of the first line, is 5th finger on the E, to the 5th finger on the A. We do that sometimes. It's a little dangerous when you have to move like that and use the same finger. However, if you would, on the first line, last 2 measures instead of here, if you would cross the thumb under on the F and here, then you can reach down and hit the A if you want. So the last 3 measures of the first line, you're here, reach down, it's or 3, 1, 2, and then you can reach it if you want. I mean, you can do that too if you prefer, but I wouldn't. Let's go on the last 2 measures of the second line. You have 1 beat rest to come up. 1, 2, 3, and they want 3rd finger for the 3rd line. I would recommend, since you're here, go ahead and use 5 and then scrunch up and do 2, 1. Because it's easier to use 5 than to come down here and try and use 3. Again, you're here, 2, then scrunch up and 2. 1, 2. 2, rest. Last line. Last 2 measures. That F is tied. Don't play it again. See the little curved line? That's a tie connecting it. So just add the G to it here. So it's 1, 2, 3. Strange. Let's try the hands together. Here we go. 1. Remember that's tied. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. Into the 3rd line now, the left hand has a rest. So, 2, rest. So now we've got 3 notes. Here. It's kind of a pretty thing. So you work it out, the hands together, and then go through and get rid of the hesitation. So the beat is a steady beat. It can be slow, it doesn't matter at this point, but it needs to be a steady, no hesitations. Now, as far as the slurring goes, in the left hand, I recommend you just slur the left hand all the way through. Except, of course, for the rest, you gotta lift up. Otherwise, I would connect this left hand. On the right hand, lift up. You got slurs, it's like taking a breath. So lift up in the right hand, but try and keep the left hand down. So I'm lifting up the right hand, but keep the left hand down. Dynamic was sort of loud. It's not really loud. It's sort of loud. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand soft, except this first note, I think, is melody. You can play that loud. So it sounds like one hand played them all. And then the left hand needs to be soft. This sort of, you have a polka ritardando at the end, means slow down a little bit. So it's, that's too much. You just want to slow down a little bit. A regular ritardando means slow down, but a polka ritardando means just slow down a little bit. Speed-wise, well, I played it way too fast. This is somewhere in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Something like that, I guess. Now they've added pedal. I don't know why. You don't need pedal on this piece. You play it just fine without it, but they've added it. If you're going to use pedal, it needs to be done for a reason. And sometimes in these books, I can't figure out what the reason is. And so far as I'm concerned, there's no reason to use pedal in this. So I suggest you leave pedal out. Just forget it. We don't need it at all. If I were your teacher, I'd take a pencil and scribble out those pedal markings. So I would play it more like this. However, they want it done differently. Let's play it together slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'll give us 2 cats, ready, go, and then let's try it. Ready, go.